Hey guys and girls, my name is Snowy and welcome to part 23 of Polaris here in City Skylines 2. Yes, we have only one, maybe 2 days to go before the new update comes out, Bridges and Ports for City Skylines 2. That will also mean like probably a week of non-recording because the mod makers of course have to adjust all their mods. So I'm making this recording now just before that update comes out in a few days. And yeah, I've been reading the comment section of the previous episode about a possibility of a metro system here in the Netherlands area. As you can see, I also expanded this off camera. I just went along, because this is just a lot of work, just placing, plopping, selecting, you name it, and parking lots, and so on, and so on, and so on. But gradually you fill it up. Now we do have the Japanese area over here, and we have a bunch of schools here. Also a few schools have been implemented here, and I've been looking at the metro system because old Lord Speedy in the comments said like why don't you make like a above ground metro that goes from Station South to the center. I think he mentioned that. I think he mentioned this with Station South, and then through here, and then through to the center area over here. Now, if we look here underground, I've been looking here and I've been thinking what are the possibilities. I'm thinking like the following. Now there's already this line running over here. We could make a double station somewhere over here using this one, and that means like they can get out here, and then we make a station here, so another station will be placed here as well, and the other one will lead then towards basically this one, and maybe with a stop in between here, maybe here, and then close to this, so people can jump over from one area to another. And then here it basically stops because I don't want it to hook on to this line here either, because yeah, that serves no function. In the future of course we can extend it, so that would be an idea. So let me just go into this general area and let me see where can we put like an underground station the best. I mean, is this the smallest one, by the way? Yeah, it will be underground because above ground, as you can see, that will become a little bit of an issue here in this low density area. I mean, come on, there is really, in the Netherlands, there is nowhere a low density a metro system, that is above ground going through a low density area. So yeah, that is an idea that will probably not work. So I think maybe we could start over here. So we do pick this road, this alley road, and I think I will just make a little tip like that, and then from here we will make this station, yeah, that goes straight over there. Okay, they like that. Now from there we have to make use of the line that runs already under here. Now this requires a little bit of thinking because yeah, I think I need to sacrifice here and there something. First of all, I need to make a station that goes along with the line that goes under here. As you can see, if I click on this, then you see the dark line over here. So I need to add another station somehow here. Now I could make that here where there is a little bit more space without destroying any of this area or even this area. Because I don't like the idea of just destroying all this area just to get a station in here. Would fit, by the way, easily on this road, but then you also need a station that goes that way. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. So what we are going to do here, we're getting out of here, and I pick at this road, and the people will walk. So I'm not so afraid of that. We pick at this road, and here we go. Then we grab the let's see, this station again. Let me see. So this station, yeah, will be then connected to that existing line, and also because of the wind direction, and these things are noisy. the wind direction is coming from the northwest from this angle, you know, to see it from that angle. And now we need another one. And I'm also thinking, like, don't we have any station that has like two? You know, two. I'm just wondering. Yeah, the big ones. Yeah, these ones have two, but these are very large, so I don't want to place them there. So we have to monkey around a little bit with the smaller ones, and don't worry, we will do that. Let's just hook this other one first up. So we grab this thing. Yeah, let me check the lines, and let's press play for a hot moment and speed this thing up. We have the yellow line here. We need to also make like, oh, save game. You have to make this connecting, so you drag it into the, you know, this symbol, and you just go somewhere on the line. You hold your mouse button and you drag it towards the symbol. And be careful, because this is very twitchy. And here we go. You see, now the stops are also there. Right, now we need another train line, that basically a metro line that goes the other way, but without overlapping this one, because that's the little bit of a problem you have if you want to place two of these next to each other, especially when they are like opposing each other like this. So if I click this, then and I put it, for example, here, then they would already be overlapping, which is not a good thing. Also, you have to take into account the depth of the train tracks themselves. So I'm grabbing this alley road. I'm going from here. And what I also can do in this Netherlands area is just to create a simple bus route, that goes around and brings people to the, here we go, to that metro. Yeah. So while I'm at it, I will grab this parking lot, so they have a little bit more parking. Nice. Then we grab this thing again. So that thing is running there. Okay. So the other one will go here somewhere. Let me have a look from this parking lot. I think, yeah, from here. That will do. So we are grabbing this thing again. And we put it as far as possible to the left. Like so. Because it has to go underneath there. Okay, great. Now, with that being said, we leave it alone. So eventually this goes like under here, and it would be nice if we could just squeeze a metro in here somewhere. Now, I do see a little bit of a spot here. Let's have a look. Yeah, we do have a little bit of a spot. And actually, this is the perfect spot because, I mean, it's at a parking lot. So, look at all these people walking around here. I mean, yeah, that's actually not bad. Okay, we have a hatch, so that has to go. Select that, so you go. And we take this, and then we take this. And does that work with that road? I think so. It's deep enough. Yeah, and it's also covered with plants and what. Wait, we will move those. Just move and just move, and you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, and a little bit there, a little bit there. Nice. Next, let me have a look. We will select, where's this thing here? Anything more? Or can we just get it close to, where's the other one actually? Is that, oh, it's over here? Yeah. Yeah, it's over here. So we need another station that's over here. And I think this would work perfectly fine if we just hook it here. I think that's perfect to put it there, yeah. Because then it's just the opposite of the other one. If I can localize the other one. Where is the other one actually here? I don't see it. It's... oh, it's there. It's on the opposite of the street. Okay, fair enough. We can also make, pedestrian bridges over here if that is needed. If, if there are too many people. Okay, let's make an underground line. don't think the people on the cemetery would have any issues with that. A little bit of noise can happen. Now regarding, let's see, the metro depots. So this line here would not be connected to the depots over here. Now we will check out these depots. So you have still 2 available, and you have also 2 available. Okay, nice to know about that. That's nice. So they go here, here, here. So actually the only thing that I need to do is connect this line up with this line, and that should be fine actually. Well, it's as long as blue, it's fine. Now, next thing, we're going to make a subway line. Let's grab a nice bright color, bright yellow gold, for example, and then we make this line. So complete route. Nice. So how many, let me see, tram lines, no, that's the wrong one, this one, subway line, so it's like yellow, dark yellow. I have more of those, but it's the last one, this one, so let me select it. 2 assigned vehicles, it's more than enough. And do we also have like a choice of vehicles? I think I have seen something like it. No vehicles, they should arrive, but because it is connected, you can see that here through this line over here. So in theory, let me give this thing another color because it's too much. Here we go. I think, where are you going? No, that thing went straight on. Okay, let's have a look here. What is this symbol here? Is this not connected? I think this is not connected. Ah, you see that? Okay, don't worry. We will connect it. We will make it connected. So first of all, yeah, the snapping is on, and here we just bring it into there. And now one of these, where are these things? These things, they should now spit out red metro vehicles. Yeah, anytime soon, please. Today, please. Let me have a look. So here. So now it's red. Trains 2, passengers 5. Don't tell me they're already there. Oh, there's one already. Oh, they're both already there. Okay, never saw that happen. So I think that's the best thing we can do. They can then I have to go underground. It was this location. Yeah. Okay, this location from here to there. So here we have to make sure not only they need a lot of parking because you know metro area. So let me select the parking. Oh, okay, I will grab it. I do it like this way. First of all, we give it enough parking. So and then we make sure that there will be enough opportunities for people to actually walk where to the other metro. So now I try to fix this. Let me see. Bus, you go into there, and then you go into there. Not only this provides extra space to park, but also basically also an option to walk there. But we are also going to make just a path. Also, I select these these days because those have like lamps, kind of like that. If I put that path here, that means like then that I cannot build anything anymore there, unless I put it straight into the air. Okay, so we are going to do this. So turn the snapping off. Yeah, we make a very small bend. I have to turn this option off. Already people coming out of the metro, that's a good sign. And Oh, select this. And this has to go only to 5 meters. That's it, 5 meters. And then from here... yeah, how you put it, you cannot put anything on it. but it is what it is. So we bring this to the other side. Like that. And then to this side. And then from here. Now, this was 5 meters. Now we turned it in 2.5. Bash. And then we do it again. To the side. And then to 0 meters. And can we make also a crossing here? Yeah, I think so. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this stuff. I don't like crossings in general. If they want to go to the other side, you know, I can also make, if I up this and take it from here and just bring it down here, no, roughly from here, like that, bash, like that, and then take a nice curve from here to there, and then we can remove those crossings, yes, because we don't like crossings, so we turn the crossings off. We leave that one alone. So is this connected? Let me see. Are people walking over it? It looks a little bit, I don't know. Is this connected? Should be. Yeah, these people are walking there. Nice, they're already walking there quite a lot. Wow, this is not really straight, huh? Let me fix that. Yeah, I think that will do. I think that will definitely do. So we have now here, let's see, this metro connected to that metro. So, okay, now bus. Let me check out a bus. I know I put in a list of items from the last episode that we could do in this episode, but I thought like the idea of Old Lord Speedy was not bad, you know, to put like something with a bus here. That's more in my street, I think. Let me see how that looks. So this is just a bus station. Look at the amount of people walking there. By the way, I'm going to do this a little bit different. I take this and I take this up there. Then I pick this building and I want to pick this building. Thank you very much. And then we are putting it straight to there. Yep. And then we dive into here and we create a path. This one, just a small one. Here we go. So they can get over to here. Look at the amount of people running around here. That's nuts. Holy moly. That's nice to see. Let me also grab the moving one and select this node. Seems a little bit steep this, so let me bring this down slightly. Yeah, that's better. Now regarding buses, I also need a bus depot. Let me see, this is the bus depot, eh? That's a very large building and I don't want it to be here because it's a noisy building. The wind is blowing from this direction, so I think. So we have already this train thing over here, eh? Yeah, so the buses can follow this highway, they can take this off ramp and then go into this area. Yeah, they can go into that area. It's perfect. Works fine. So you go there. We put some updates here. This one. And another piece of storage. How many vehicles we have? 35. Holy macaroni. We don't need that many. But anyway, buses. Now I'm not that good in buses, but let me see if I can make a line. So we are going to put stops everywhere. Here in the Netherlands it's very common that we have like stops with shelters. Now the question is, if we want to make a line, we start of course over here. So let's say they will drive out of here, here, and then this is also, let's see, that's a cemetery. Okay, let's start here. So I start there. Do I assume that I will take the same route back? I think so. But never place these things directly opposite each other. So just like, you know, with distance between each other is best. So come from here, there, 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 and then I like them to stop here in front of the cemetery, but then not exactly here, but more like here and here. Make a stop, yep. Then it goes around like that. So, and then we put like a stop there and a stop there. That's nice. Now here comes the question which way we go, because you can go only so many routes. So it comes back here, and I want to go as much as possible through the middle. So they go, if they take the roundabout they cannot enter, so they have to follow this route. And then down in here, and then it's like all of everything from there to there to there to there. Okay. So let me have a look. This is this is quite tricky. Okay. I think I know something. Okay, we put one there. Then it takes a left corner, turn here, and then yeah, we put one there and there. That will then go into this direction, general direction. Oh my god, you know, I hope I can find that path again later. And then from here I need to go to here, because otherwise I cannot go to the other side. Although I did make a no, this road leads to the highway, so that's not an option. So, and we do have, yeah, on the way back I have to make sure that we will end up near these metro stations, very important. So we have this metro station here as well. So what I want to do here, I'm going from here to there, yeah. Then this is the main road, so we stop here and there. And then here we encounter this roundabout, and we have the metro here. Now I can barely see anything here. How is this? How did I connect this stuff up? Let me have a look here. Oh, this road can go underneath here. Oh, okay. So did I put a? Let me see. I put them here. Okay, so they can take a right turn here and then go underneath here, and then make a stop just here and there. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Like we can go up and down, which is tricky, but also I know in my country sometimes you have to walk quite some distance before you reach a terminal for a bus. So there's a lot of paths coming together here. So I say like, okay, there and there. And then we go into this direction because we have the metro over here. So what I will do here is I will make a stop just behind these two. And then now I have to make the bus go around, basically. So can I do that? I think so. We can just make it go around there, there, and there, and then it's fine. We just place. No. Wait. Not yet. So you go there. Oh no, they cannot get onto the highway from here. Oh. But they can go back. Road required. Oh, okay. Road required. What is this? Oh, these are all parking lots. Aye. Okay, that means like that from here. This is okay. So okay, if they drive here, then we are veering off pretty far from our spot. But we can enter here. Yeah, this road here. So put one there, and then they have to follow this road, go onto the highway, follow the roundabout, go straight on here, and then they end up here in this district again. Then they come out here, and then here. They can go over here, and then here they end up very closely to this thing again. But I want them to be close to actually here. Okay, the solution to that is like making an extra road that comes from here. And this is not 100% how I like it, but let's just make it like this, you know. But that doesn't matter, not really. So let's grab this thing again. So we stop there, and there, and then basically you can connect that up back to here. Okay, let's see if we can make a line. I'm so good at this knot. Okay, so do we do just the blue color, or do we just take another color that is more visible? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that the bright purplish thing is more visible, so let's just check it out. So we start here, and okay, so we go from, where are these guys coming from? There. Yeah, so I make a waypoint here for myself. So here we have like a stop, so I already connected to it, yes. Here we do the same thing, connect it to the stop there. Then we go all the way around, make a waypoint marker, turn the screen around, make sure that's already connected to the stop, and then we just follow the route. So where's the next one? The next one is like, okay, waypoint marker over there. They take a right turn over here to go into there, and then from here they just go here, yep, and then to there, yep, and waypoint marker there, and then here, connecting up to there. The purple actually is really doing its work very well. So here we bring the waypoint marker there, and then here we connect it up to there. Now we're getting the roundabout. Even a waypoint marker on the roundabout is possible, and then we connect it up to here. Nice. And then from here we connect it up to there. On the right side, please. And yeah, they can just, you know, go to that place, and that's it. Now I feel like that I made a crucial error, because I assumed that if I go all the way to here, that the route would go back all the way over the highway. I hope that the way back then also works. If not, then we will see about it. Let's see where we end up now. So basically I put it there, yes, and from there, okay, we put a waypoint marker here, and then a waypoint marker there, and then a waypoint marker there, and then yeah, here's the other the other stop. So that actually is okay, and that ends then. How did I do this? They started here. So if I say like complete route here, okay, but can we also go the other way around? That's the question. I have my doubts about that, because let's just see if we can do it. So this is the station. Let's say we start from here, and then we have to go to this station again. So how do we get there? We cannot go through here? No, we cannot. Okay, so let me have a look. There, yeah. And then can we get out of here? Yeah, we can. And then basically this one is only one being used. And then from here we go all the way back. It can go in here, by the way, so it does not need to go all the way there, although it is possible. Let me have a look. from there, and then there, and then yeah, there, yeah, it is possible. Nice. We go back here, and did I not make an extra stop? Oh yeah, there's a stop. I was looking for the stop. Okay, we're taking the left turn here. Oh man, these bus routes are always like, I don't know, I find it a form of finagling. Now let's see how I did this. I know that there is the other one, so I think we are coming from here, and I make this bus go. Can I? No, I have to go here, over this road, then through here as a waypoint. Yep, and then connect it here to the station, to this stop, not the station. Yep, and here we can do the same thing. Hey, stop monkeying around. Stop monkeying around. You go there, and here we make a turn. Connect it to this stop. Yes, and then we go around. Pom 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 pom. That way to that stop. I think this is looking okay. I mean, I don't have any bad vibes about it. And here I started. And complete route. Hey! So that means like that the people here can now take a bus to get to the metro, and from the metro they can go all to the main city in there. Nice. Actually, I like it. So let's have a look here in the public transport buses. It's the purple line. Let's see how many buses did it get assigned. 8. I say like let's do only 6, and also make the ticket price very cheap, 2 Somalian rubles, and we have like a bus, electric bus. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, I think that makes the people more happy, you know, the metro, the bus. And the question is, what can we do here, you know, around this area? So we could use a little bit of parks, not parking, but parks. Let's see, that's too small. It's too big. It's always the same thing, eh? It's always too small or too big. You've seldom something in between. These I think are okay. I think this one or this one. Yeah, this one fits best. And then we have this one. Or this one maybe. No, that's too big. It's just too big. The wind turbine, no. It's not a turbine, it's a mill. I think we still get to this one, which is not the same as that one, by the way. They look rather similar, but they are not. And then in this area, now I'm thinking, you know, do I want to have more buildings or actually a little bit of a park? I think, you know, a little bit more, you know, parks in general, they never harm. So I take this road and I just make it a dead-end road, so we don't have any bus line shenanigans going on. And then from here I can put like, I did not place this one, no, and I also did not place this one, no, and so where's that there's also a very colorful one somewhere. This, no, too big, no, too big. Ooh, it's kind of interesting. Let's see what happens. Interesting. Yeah, sort of interesting, but also a little bit, I don't know about that one. So maybe we can move around slightly, not much, but I don't like this. No, I don't like that. Let me delete this. Already this bulge is a little bit yeah, I don't know, not to my liking. These things, they do fit. This is too big. those one are even smaller. These one are the bigger parks. I don't know about these. Ooh. You find these more around schools, but also in local areas, because why not? What do we have here? We have like poink, poink, and poink. Yeah, we don't require those. And let's say, yeah, we want to put a little bit more greenery over here. So let me turn this thing off so we don't stack the trees on top of each other. So a few trees here, not too many, like that. And maybe here we can apply somewhat bigger trees, or bigger trees, something like that. Now I'm just wondering, if these people get out, they walk out from the metro here, can they get to the other side? Huh, that's indeed a question. What I'm thinking about is like, okay, let me grab the move it mode. I'm going just to move this to the side, like that, and also this one to the side, like that. We're grabbing our paths again, paths, yeah, here, and then from here, quick save, thank you. This one, huh? Yeah. And then from here, bash, and then we just crawl in between here, like that, and we make also a little crossing, bash. Yeah, that would be possible. Another possibility they can walk from here is maybe I could also make like a curve here down that they are on that side as well. Yeah, so we grab this thing and we bring it to 5 meters because that was the height of this thing, and then from here we bring it down. Now the thing is, I need to get this a little bit closer and then make a curve. Only bring it down to 1.25 meters, otherwise it will look very nasty. 1.25, come on, don't snap, like so. And then this last little bit we bring it to earth, like that. Okay, let's see how that looks like if we move those trees away. So this tree can go there, that tree can go there, and these have to be squeezed a little bit more together in one part, you know, one. And let's have a look. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, they can just walk down here, and we can also put a little bit of smaller trees over here, especially the color ones. These are very popular because you can really, you know, you have all these kind of colors. They really fill up the area very nicely. And what I also figured out, by the way, is if you have like a house, look, for example, this house, you take the picker mod and you just pick the hedge, pash, then you get immediately the hedges that can also be used to basically make a hedge. So this hedge low, and I want the hedge high, which is here, and I can just take it from here and then bring it over to there. And we do the same thing over from here all the way to basically to there, to the end. Now it does not really want to work along, but with the move it mod we can always, you know, stretch it out a little bit, like this, and ta-da. Yeah, let me pick at the hedge again, because we also, hey, come on, we want to also bring it out to there, and actually to here, because we don't want any people in this area in general. Now then I should also place a hedge there. Keeping myself busy. Okay, fine. Then we do it like this. Go. Stop the snapping. And a little bit further, like that. And maybe also from this side, like, yeah, like that. Although it's like this hedge is now growing on top of that pavement of the concrete there, but you know, with some trees we can masquerade a few of these things. This is nicely under there. That works fine. That works fine. That works fine. And for here on this corner, I want to have like a nice big tree, you know, like something that sticks out. And not like that we have small trees everywhere, but also a few large trees. That gives it a little bit more dimension. Also here as well. Let's have a look on this side. So a little bit boring actually on this side. So let's see, we can also take this thing, we take this thing 3 meters away from it, a little bit closer, 2, 2.5, 2. Yeah, 2 is fine, all the way up to there. And from there we can bring it up to there. And then here actually we can go behind here. Just give it a little bit of a filler effect, you know. And here I don't know if these people want to come from here to there, but I have the feeling that the landscape part here is covering up this thing a little bit, so there's little I can do about that. There's no space for moving it with the move it mod, so what I will do is just cover it up with you know what I'm thinking about? Maybe, just maybe, yeah, this is just orange surface, but what will happen if I do this? Like that? So I'm just going to I think this will look very stupid, but completely disappeared. Or I pressed escape too quickly, I don't know. No, it's still there. I have my thoughts about that. I mean, it's better than the green stuff. But if we put some bushes around there... No, those are too big. This one, yeah. I think this one is still a little bit too big, but... And then put it over there. Like that. And then somewhat smaller bushes here, here, here. A little bit covering that you know, that bump up, you know, so that you don't really see the bump anymore that much. And then with all kinds of other bushes there and there, including the colorful ones. And then before you know it, it's like all, you know, one colorful mess with each other. So we just put a little bit of bushes here. And whoa, that's the wrong one. I grabbed the wrong one. These bigger yellow ones are nice, with the purple there, also an orange one there, orange one there, another one there, and then actually I want a bigger tree here on the outside. So let's say here and also there. Well, look at that. And so you fill up the area, and that's also the thing that I've been doing. But I think this thing is being used pretty well, because looking at all these things. Now about the buildings that you are seeing here in the back, how did I do that? You know, in most cases, since I know now exactly what these buildings are, it's like I use the find it button and I just type in NL low 1 times 3. So in that case, it gives me just all the buildings that are like that. So I can just grab this one, and what I will do is just I point them randomly, these type of buildings anyway, and then I select the next one to get diversification, like that, and then I grabbed another one there, and there. Then I grab number 4 there, there, and then number 5 there and there. and here we need room for the corner. Now the corner, we do just this, corner. And usually the upper row and the lower row, they are opposing. So that means that if you select, for example, this one, it fits either here or it fits there. Now you can see it does not fit there, it wants to fit here. And that means like you select one of the lower area that fits perfectly on the other side. And voila, we have another, row area of houses around here. You see that? And that way you can make even more of those. So for example, let me pick a pick. You can even pick a pick of these. Now here you have only the times 2, so you do NL low 1 times 2. Check this out. Now it's very close to this thing, so I don't know if that is wise, but let me just see what will happen. So you go there, and you go there, and you go there, yeah. And then we select the moving model, the find button again, and then we find the NL corner 1 times 2, and let's see which fits where. Okay, this one needs there, and this one needs there. But as you can see, this is not entirely perfect. But for that we have the move it mod. We can just move this stuff around. It's only 5 buildings, so we can just move them perfectly into shape without having an issue. But the question is, how noisy is this thing? That's the question. So let me have a look here at the noise. Yeah, so I don't know if you want to live here, to be honest. What I will do is just I will wait and see if anything happens in with this house. The only thing that I could do is maybe put a few trees in front of it. It's not perfect, but what I'm going to do here is and it's also on concrete, so I give these people a little bit of a layer, like so you and you. There are like bicycle stands over there. It makes actually that I need to remove this, otherwise people cannot park their bicycles over here. And this house actually should have, yeah, they have the exit here, they can walk here, and they just can get out here, but that's it. We will see how this will go. It's not ideal, but I could move this slightly to the left, but it might also affect the metro underneath. And yeah, that's the idea regarding the whole metro system. So in essence, they can now reach the central area all the way over here and go into this area. Now in the previous episode I made up a list. I will show that list again on screen right now over here. I don't know exactly anymore what it was. What I remember was probably make this area entirely a beach, with all beach options. There was also the option of creating a suburb, a sub-town over here in this area. And there was also the option of creating near the airport an industrial area as well, to get more, in a regular industry here, because now currently all the irregular industry is over here. And not that I have any issues with traffic. I mean, traffic is doing fine. Actually, how is the traffic doing? Transportation, let me have a look here. Transportation, no, that's the wrong button. Which button is it? This one. It's running at, does it say? Well, I think it's slightly above 70%. I think 71. Oh, my back. Yeah, slightly above 71. I don't think that's bad. With a city of nearly 200,000. And little blinking icons of arrows, etc. And finances that are doing pretty well. We have a nearly equal balance, so that's fine. So the taxation is fine. The production is fine. By the way, with the new upcoming DLC, we will also be able to use fish for the first time. I've seen that, and also the water physics will change with that update, so that will also be fine. And what else did I see more? Yeah, you have all kinds of bridges that can go open and shut, and harbors. Like here we have, for example, this is just a simple harbor, but then you can make like a real dedicated harbor area, and you can also make like storage areas for coal and ore and other materials that are really going into that. So in preparation for that, someone said like maybe you should paint in some oil fields or whatsoever, as long as you have the landscaping tool. Now just have a quick look about what is in here. Landscaping tool and oil. Now maybe let me have a look at this side here. Now I remember that I did lower higher. I made this higher because of the constant flooding that happened over here. I don't know. Yeah, this is still higher, as you can see. So I don't want to mess around too much with this. Although I can make this a little bit more flatter. So check this out. So I will just make okay, now let me grab this thing, and we are going to put some oil here in the ground. So let's say that this will be an oil extraction area near to the airport, because this area would actually be ideal for having that kind of stuff going on. So maybe it's a good idea. So let's say we have this stuff already over here. This is like for the ore, so, and coal. So that's fine actually by me. I'll put a little bit of more oil in the ground here. And we have also offshore oil drilling. So I'm also going to put oil in here. I have no idea actually how that 100% works, but I'm just going to put the oil in the ground here in case of this mod, you know, this landscaping mod is not available for some time. Then at least I know there is oil here in the ground like that. So here a little bit, we can even bring this out a little bit to there, you know. Want to earn money, then we can also go in that water, why not, underneath the airport. Yeah, I think this will do. I think this will definitely do, roughly like that. Also up to here, this whole stretch. And then by the time that DLC comes out and all the mods are updated, that can take a while, you know. It usually takes roughly a week, sometimes 1.5 weeks before the mod makers updated their mods. So that is something to take into account. And so it will take a little bit of time before we can continue then with this series. Yeah. That's roughly the idea. Now the only thing that I'm wondering, is there an exit here for ships or not? Because there is no ocean here. Well, in that case we could try out the new bridges. Yeah, the new bridges. But also here we are dealing with a lot of bridges and stuff, because I never anticipated this to become like a harbor. So it is a little bit tricky. I am not sure actually. You know, let me try a little thing out. So this is okay. Let me do this. Now I bring this basically to the edge of the map, but the question is, even though there is land here, yeah, can you make a connection that goes outside of the map? So if we select a water and a passenger and a cargo ship route, now we need these wide sea lanes. Is that possible actually? That they just get out here from nowhere without anarchy? No water? No, here's water. Simple curve. This only works with anarchy? Well, there's only one way how to figure that out, and that is just by putting this here. Yeah, it does give an arrow, you know, to an outside connection. So if that works, then it works. Then you don't hear me complain. But anyway, leave it at that for episode 23. So at Old Lord Speedy, I know you're watching this stuff. So I did not do exactly an overpass metro through this very dense area. I kept it underground, but at least we have also buses that going around. So these people, they can go to many places. And like I said, there is not that much complaints in the city. Only a few. Maybe a little bit of traffic accidents over here. So what are you doing there? You know, stop monkeying around. If you want to go play bumper car, go to the fair. You know, it's like. And then we have. Oh yeah, this is something that I noticed also before. This building has garbage piling up. Okay. Garbage piling up, huh? Yeah. And what is this building? A recycling center. Now let me pick a this recycling center. Can I pick it? No, I cannot pick it. Okay, then I will just grab this thing. Small city recycling center. One garbage truck. No, I just want to have. Is this a small? Okay, I think this will do. This is like 5 trucks. Yeah. What is this exactly? This is just a small recycling center. Okay, I will put it here. Bash. And then we are going to this specific building because this building is constantly moaning about trash. So I will put it in its own zone, own district. So you go there, turn this off, there, and then there. And what's the name of this building? The Waveform Tower. Okay, so what I will do is call also this area the Waveform District in this case. The Waveform District. And then we are going here to this building. And we select an operating district of... where is that thing? Here. The Waveform District. Operating district Manor Bluff. No, that's not correct. That's the entire area. Manor Bluff. Maybe that's also the reason why this did not work out perfectly well. Can we do this again? How about now? Manor Bluff Waveform. Okay, delete this one. Waveform district. So now it is only concentrated to this building alone. So in essence, well, already the symbol has disappeared, but I don't know how quickly these guys are there. I mean, if they follow this road, they take a left turn, they go in here. Yeah, it's not that far away from here. And these guys have like now, let's have a look. How many on the road? Vehicles in use 6. Wow, you know, they have like 5 collecting. That's quite a lot. But anyway, it's a nice addition to the city again. And oh, the building is complaining again. Maybe because a lot of traffic. Do we have? Oh, we have traffic lights here. Ooh, that's like, I don't like traffic lights. Also, I don't like all these pedestrian crossings, and also traffic lights as well here and here also. Not that I see. I don't like it, you know, if people have to drive and that they have to stop. So if I click this away, this thing, click it away, and then just grab this thing and then this thing, and then they can just cross. They can just cross using this thing. Bash. Let's see. Will that happen? If we wait long enough, then they will eventually crawl into this staircase. Yeah, will you do it? No, you don't. Nobody wants to the other side. Yeah, no, yeah, come on, somebody wants to do it. Now this thing is very particular about being placed on the pavement, but as far as I can see, it is properly placed on the pavement. But anyway, the traffic can just go on without interruption. So, or they're crossing here. That's also possible. Oh yeah. So, yep. We turn that off and we turn that off, and we force these guys basically to take like one of these things. So what I will just plonk it down here, take the move it mod, and with the move it mod I just put it in position like that, and then also in the same orientation a little bit as the road itself, and making sure that the lower part of this part is on the path, so it's not there. So I have to make this straight actually. Yeah, now it will work. Here they go, look at that. So these things do help, by the way. So the name of those things actually are, because I see that not everybody has those, yeah, pedestrian bridges, and they do work. Look, they do work. But yeah, I leave it at that now. We fixed also that problem then with the trash with this building. So you can allocate one little recycling center to a large building if they have issues. For example, this one as well, garbage piling up. What if I select... I keep myself busy, as usual. If I just do this... like that, and then that, and then that. So that is the Madison Terrace. And go again to this thing, and we select another operating system. This one. Again, it selects the Manor Bluff. It's annoying if you have two of those things. Yeah, Madison Terrace. So a little bit of a random clickery, but it will work. It will do its thing. So that thing will be served by this guy as well, so that's nice. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you for watching. If you like it, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the bell icon. And I would say like questions, comments, suggestions, random applause also fine. Put them in the comment section below. Definitely will read them. But like I said, it will probably take a while before the game is running again after the upgrade to ports and bridges and ports. Yes, that will be it. But at least I know about the update, and yeah, I'm not unhappy how the Dutch area has been unfolded, you know, with all these houses. It's really looking nice. I added a lot of that stuff off camera, because off camera I have just a little bit more time for all that stuff, you know, and put like even, you know, little details here and there next to this house, you know, with the hatches around here, some stuff, even some drums and some crates, and you know, even I don't know why these cars are parked here. Huh, that's weird. Did I park? Never mind, we will search that. I will search that out off camera, like a lot of things. And yeah, I will see you guys again in episode 24 after the update, and I will say see you then. Okay guys, see you then, bye bye.